Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm joining in with the Pootlers Team Video Hop. So I hope you've been having fun hopping around all the other links, or that you will do so after you've watched my video. Loads and loads and loads of brilliant videos for you to watch. And we're all using products either from the new mini catalogue, the July to December mini catalogue, or the Celebration brochure with all the freebie items that you can earn with an order of £45. So welcome to the Pootlers Team blog hop, and this is my project. As you can see, I've gone non-Christmassy. I'm using Penguin Place, which is designed as really a Christmas set, but actually it's got this lovely balloon and string in it, and I do love a balloon, I have to say. So I thought I'd just make a very cheerful birthday card using just the balloon. So let me show you what I did. So I took a piece of A4 card and cut it in half in basic black, and then I've already scored it at 10.5 here. So I've got my card blank, which measures 10.5 by 15. So that's my card blank. I'm now going to make a panel, which is where I'm going to mount my balloons, to go on the front here. And the way that I do this now, what you can either do, so you know that this measures 15 by 10.5, so you could cut your panel down to 14.5 by 10, and that would be fine. What I tend to do, because my measurements of my card blanks aren't always accurate, I just position my layer, my panel. So I've got an even border here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark with a pencil where it needs to come. So this is an alternative way of doing it. You can measure, and that's perfectly fine, but I just tend to mark with a pencil, and then I know that I'm going to get the border that I want. So just cut. So you can do this with your trimmer. I'm just using my little chopper because I've got it handy here on my desk. So, and that's going to be my panel that I'm going to work with. So if I put that back on my card blank, you will see we've now got equidistant borders all the way around. At least it will have when I've put it on and put it on straight, like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount some balloons. Now, the balloon stamp I've got here, she says, where is it? There it is. And I've got a piece of cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. Now I'm using different colours in this video. I'm going to use a different, I'll show you in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink my balloon punch. Now it's really important with this stamp that you don't push it too much into the ink, because the two little places where the air bubbles are, if you push it too much into the ink, I'll show you what will happen. I'll give you an example. And then press too hard and you get that effect on your little air bubbles, which you don't want. So if I just clean that off, and I'll show you. So you do need to just be a bit careful. Don't press too hard when you stamp, and don't press it too hard into the ink, because you want that little air bubble. If you find you're still having a problem, it might be a good idea to move some of your ink out of the way. I know that sounds really bizarre, but just scooch. I'm just going to stamp this. Not pressing too hard. There we are. Good. If you just scooch, so I have a spoon that I use for my ink refill, and if you just scooch your ink out of the way, then you're fine. So I'll do that again. I'll just show you again when it's not got too much ink on it. It's much easier to get a nice image when it's not got quite so much ink, and you're not wasting the ink because you're just moving it to the side. So that's my balloon. Just going to trim that off. Now I've got a little bit of a cheat here. I've been a demo for a long time, and I've been a demo long enough to have bought a lot of punches, and what I was delighted to find out was one of the retired punches, which is the balloon punch. This punch actually fits this balloon exactly. How fab is that? Cut off that one. Oh, doing this all the wrong way round. I've stamped it the wrong way. Right, let me find a post-it note so I can hold it. There we go. Right, so that's a little trick. If you've got too small a piece of card to position your punches in, you can use a post-it note to hold it, and then you've got like a handle to hold it. So just get that positioned right, and then punch. So if you've got the balloon punch from your collection from long ago, you can use the balloon punch. If you haven't, I'm afraid it's going to be a case of fussy cutting these balloons, which is not terribly hard. Just move the card rather than the scissors as you cut round. It's not too much of a complicated shape to cut out. It will just take you a little bit longer than it took me to do that. Right, now then we need to position our balloons. Now I was going to show you the colours. Here are all the colours I'm using today. I needed 9 colours. I've got 9 balloons on my card. So I have used Polished Pink, Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point, Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana and Fresh Freesia. And I've stamped and punched out all the other balloons that we're going to need, because I didn't think you needed to watch me doing every single one of them. So here are all our balloons that we're going to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why have I only got 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 1 missing. Got those. Oh, Balmy Blue. I've lost my Balmy Blue one. I know I did cut it out. I did do it. Okay, I've lost my Balmy Blue one, so we'll just do that one again. I did do it earlier. I don't know what I've done with it now. Oh, there it is. There, no, there. No, don't know what I've done with it. So let's just quickly do a Balmy Blue. Don't know where that's gone. I had them all piled up on the table, on the desk here, so I don't know where that's gone. Let's do this way up. There we go. Don't press too hard. There we go. And then you get the nice air reflected, the light. I don't know what they are really. They're like where the light shines, aren't they? Just take my punch again. This one was better positioned on the card. And punch out. Stuck a bit there. There we go. Right, so those are my balloons. I need to decide what order I'm going to do them in then. So I think I'm going to start with a purple in the middle, and then a blue, and a turquoise, and a green. Maybe I need a darker one. I might put that one there. Pink on the end, maybe pink in there. Just arrange them the way that you want them arranged. What do you reckon? I think that one might need to go in there. That all right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to start with Balmy Blue in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my panel. I'm going to take a ruler. So my panel measures 14.2 centimetres. So I'm going to put a little mark at 7.1. I'm going to take my Balmy Blue balloon, and that's going to go there. But before I do that, I'm going to stamp my string. So I'm using Memento ink and the string, the balloon string from the Penguin Place. So whereabouts do I want the bottom of my balloon? So it might be an idea to mark that as well. So it's going there. I'm going to do it quite high up, so I'm going to mark the bottom. That's where I want the string to go. So there we go. There. And then that is going to stick on there like that. But before I do that, I'm going to do the other strings. So I need 2 more positioned along here. So they're going to go there, but they're going to be different heights. And then I need 2 more along here. So they're going to be quite closely packed together, but we want different heights. So I'm going to do this one up high. I'm going to do this one a bit lower. I'm going to do this one up a bit high, not quite as high as the other one, and this one a bit lower. So now I've got a mark where I need all my strings to go. So I can just come in with my string and stamp I'm stamping just below my pencil mark, because then the little knot bit of the balloon string will be covered by that will cover the pencil mark. There we are. There. So now I can start gluing. Got a little bit of Tombow here. Right, I'm going to change what I did actually. I'm going to start with Pacific Point. So it doesn't really matter. You can choose your own colour scheme. You don't have to use 9 different colours if you don't want to. You could use the same colour and repeat them. It's not a problem. I quite like things that use lots of colours, so that was why I went with it. Right, I'm going to do Balmy Blue over here. So my first one I did rainbow colours. I used Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Pacific Point, Polished Pink and Highland Heather, if you were wondering. Right, what should we do? No, we'll do purple. I'll put a purple one in here. There we go. Now, if you haven't got the balloon punch, of course you could stamp these ones direct onto the page, so you don't have to fussy cut as many. So you could stamp these straight on, so you could do the strings and then stamp the balloons. I just quite liked being able to manoeuvre the punch shapes around a bit, so that was why I chose to do that. I'm going to do Granny, that one down there. Right, and then with the others, we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to mount them onto dimensionals. So, got some dimensionals here. So first of all, I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back of all of these. I'm going to put a couple on each of them. And then these are just going to go in between the ones that we've already stuck on. There we go. So again, we need to stamp the strings. So now you can either do this by eye, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to think about where I want my balloon to be. And then, so it's going to be midway between those two. And then that can go like that. And then this one. Do that one slightly higher than the last one I did, just a little bit. And then this one, I'm going to do it quite a bit higher, this one. Hoping I've still left room for the balloon to get on there. And then this one, maybe we'll do this one quite low down. There. And then just take the back, let me close my stamp pad before I put my fingers in it. Just take the backing off your balloons, off your dimensionals, and position your balloons. Just going to check out the colour scheme here. Yeah, that works, I think. So, and then all we've got to do is add a message. Now, on my last one I did birthday, so I thought it was quite a fun birthday card. Actually, this one I'm going to make into a congratulations card, because I think it would make a great congratulations card, maybe for someone who's passed their driving test or passed an exam, or, you know, anyone that's done something good, got a new job maybe. So I'm going to do that for this one. And so to do that, there we go, there's all our balloons. To do that, I am using the Art Gallery stamp set, which has got some fabulous greetings in it, but it's got a lovely congratulations. So I'm just going to take another piece of oh, Oh gosh, that was a bird flying into my window in the lounge, made me jump. Right, okay, so this is 14.7, so that's about, I'm going to just mark roughly middle so that I know where to stamp. So I've got my stamp already mounted, just need my Versamark. I'm going to use my embossing buddy just because this is black card and I don't want a lot of white specks. So this will just dry off any sticky fingerprints or whatever to stop things sticking. There we go. I just need to centre it roughly. So it's going to go in the middle. There we go. And then I just need a little bit of white embossing powder. There we go. And I always have a paintbrush on the go, just in case I get, not that these are going to show these little specks, but just to get rid of any little specks that might be there that would spoil it. So just going around there. And then I'm going to bring my heat gun up. And just wait for the powder to melt. I've actually ordered a new heat gun. This one is so it's cracked on the side there and things. It works perfectly, but it's just a bit, doesn't look very glamorous. And I've had it for years. And I had some rewards to use with my Stampin' Up order, so I treated myself to a new heat gun, which I haven't actually cracked out. I've got it, but I haven't cracked it out of the packet yet. So hopefully next time when you watch me, I will be using a new heat gun. Right, and then I'm just going to put it in my chopper. I'm just going to chop it down to a thin strip, like so. Probably need to chop another little bit off the bottom there, which is tricky to do now. I've cut it down, but there we go. I want to get it straight, so I'm trying to line it up against the, there we go, there. So that is going to go along the bottom of my card, and you can see here one of the balloon strings didn't quite meet it at the bottom, so I'm just going to take my black Stampin' Right marker and just make sure that goes down to the bottom, just so that you haven't got an odd balloon with a string that doesn't quite meet. So this is going to go across here like that. I'm going to put it slightly higher than I would have done because I've got a little smudge there that I've made, so I'm just going to cover that up. So there you go, designing on the hoof, just to cover up my mistake. Right, a little bit of Tombow on there, and that goes. And I know where the middle of the card is because I know that my Pacific Point balloon is in the middle. There we go. I'm just going to look at that and make sure I've got it straight. Is that straight? So I need to, not quite, just move it up a little bit. There we go. And then that is just going to mount onto our card blank. Again, a little bit of Tombow. Spread it out with a cocktail stick, just so it means that you don't get any glue gouging out, and you also get the sides really stuck down really nicely, all the edges, no flapping edges. There we go. There we go. And there. And then I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to show you what I did inside the other one. I just did another balloon, could just stamp it again, and the string just inside on the panel inside. But there we are, 2 balloon cards. I hope you like those. You might give it a go, and you might see the value in the penguin set with the balloons, because it does make, it's got presents in it as well. It's got some little parcels which are really great. I love these little trees for Christmas trees as well, really nice. Got lots of potential, that set. I've got lots of ideas for it, so do come back soon and see what else I've been doing with it. There are already some ideas on my blog and my video channel, so have a look at those as well. Meanwhile, please keep hopping around all the other videos that are on the hop today from the Pootlers team and me at Paper Daisy Crafting. Thanks for joining us today, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.